Since the second season finally came out today, let's talk about the first season of the Mysterious Benedict Society. But I don't need to say this, but spoiler said, so click that like button and come back later. So I was really surprised on how much I was enjoying this series. My favorite character in this season has to be Constance. This kid is amazing. I don't know why, but I've always loved savage characters within media, and she is so savage in this. Literally every other scene she's in, she's so savage towards the main cast of characters. I don't know why I love savage characters, they're just funny to me. So like I mentioned before, I went into this series completely blind without even reading any of the books. But after watching season 1, yeah, I became a major fan of this series. I still haven't read any of the books, but I just love how unique this series is. There's a certain charm to it. One thing I really enjoy about this series is how smart each character are in their own special way. Like take Raimi for example here. He manages to solve this whole puzzle here by learning that you can't touch any of the squares, but he learns that the squares in front of him are actually rectangles. I also like the other unique ways to show on how the other kids are special in their own way. Like Kay here, she doesn't really have the mind that Rainy or Sticky has, but she still has her own unique way of thinking. She has a kind of bronze over brains kind of way of thinking. I love her way of thinking of using a bucket as a tightrope instead of realizing the squares in front of her. It was a really unique scene to show us on how intelligent and cunning she can be. I will admit, there is some very cheesy writing in this series. Literally the first few minutes of this show is writing being bullied by some kids who think enjoyable is a tough word to say. But then again, it's a Disney show, so of course there's gonna be a few weird lines here or there. My favorite moment of this season has to be Constance breaking the machine. I love how she managed to break $1 billion project by throwing a temper tantrum. I swear, it's just so bizarre. It looks like she's holding her breath in her mind against this thing. I give this show a 9 out of 10, giving it an A. Anyway, that's the review. Go down to the comments, tell me what you thought of the first season of the Mysterious Benedict Society. Share this video with all your friends. And click that like and follow me and keep updated with all my latest content. See ya!